Hi, this is Vanessa Nelson, EFT practitioner and goal coach. And today I'm going to be talking about what is EFT tapping. So, EFT is an abbreviation for Emotional Freedom Technique, which is basically a process through which you can release negative emotions, negative feelings, fears, anxieties, anger, whatever negative thoughts you may have stuck in your mind. EFT is a process to help get those out of the way, which frees you up then for getting into alignment with your natural state, which is healing and prosperity and calm and wellness and peace in general. So it is a process to remove all of the things that hold you back from all of the things that you want and that you want to be and experience and have. So the way that it works is that there are certain points on the body that when stimulated, and this has been known by acupuncturists for, oh gosh, hundreds, thousands of years, that when these areas are stimulated, they send an electrical impulse through the body that gets picked up by the brain, and that interacts with the way that we store memory. So the limbic system is in charge of storing memories and how we categorize them and whether or not they're threatening or not. And so when we bring up in the EFT setting a thought that is threatening or that we have resistance to, and we're using a non-threatening stimulus, such as the tapping on the tapping points, we're actually sending a non-threatening stimulus into the body system while bringing up the thought of that which we thought was threatening. And basically unraveling that need to panic or overreact to that thought. So, for example, somebody who's afraid of spiders, they may, of course, have a fear reaction when they see a spider, but they may also have a fear reaction when they see a picture of a spider. Well, of course, they know it's a picture of a spider, but they still may have that fear reaction. EFT makes it so they don't have to have that fear reaction in situations where they're not actually being threatened. And in most cases, spiders aren't threatening us. In fact, I've worked with a couple of people that had spider phobias. And once we got through the tapping, they were able to even come very close to spiders, one of them even allowing spiders to walk on him without feeling any fear response. Now, of course, he was still able to maintain his discernment of whether or not a situation was threatening or not, and he doesn't allow dangerous spiders to walk on him. But most spiders in North America are non-venomous, and so most of them are not actually a threat to us. And being in possession of that knowledge and no longer being in possession of the fear, he doesn't have to freak out if there ends up to be a spider on him. So EFT lets you release the negative thought process or the overreaction or the unnecessary fear without removing your ability to make the decision about whether or not the situation is actually threatening. It can be used for various things. It can be used for stress and anxiety. It can be used for insomnia. It can be used for sadness and loneliness. It can be used for really any negative emotional experience that you're having, because even in a situation which may be kind of crappy, our emotional response to it can be somewhat managed. The ability to look on the bright side of things or to find the silver lining or the blessings in your difficulties comes a lot more easily whenever you've got the negative emotions and your survival response canceled out. Of course, all of your negative emotions are somehow tied to some sort of survival instinct. If you're having a negative thought or feeling, then chances are, in some way, shape, or form, your mind has categorized whatever you're having that feeling about as a threat to your survival. And I'll go into that a little more in a different video. But long story short, EFT is a way to release those things by using tapping on the different energy meridians of the body. And I have a video as well for which tapping points you would use and how to tap on them.